there are a few Hollywood films that capture our biblical imagination. Certainly, Franco Zeffirelli's portrayal of Jesus of Nazareth is one of them. But probably even before that, one that has been seen and continues to be seen with regularity is Cecil B. DeMille's production of the Ten Commandments. In all of its drama and flair, from the firestorm that rains down upon Egypt and the angel of death, to the parting of the Red Sea, to that inscription of those tablets of stone with the lightning bolt that comes from the heavens, all are somehow indelibly etched in our minds as one of those great Hollywood moments that convey something of the mystery and power and magnitude of faith in God. The challenge for us, however, is to get beyond the Hollywood notion and all of the drama and all of those wonderful artistic effects, and to see the Ten Commandments as a pattern for our living, as something that we are invited and indeed asked to follow every day of our lives in our relationship with the Lord. It is a recipe, if you will, for faithful living. Those first three commandments dealing with our relationship with God and the honor that we owe God above all things. The other 7 commandments deal with our relationships with one another. And while we hold all 10 dearly, Jesus reminds us that they come down to 2, to love God and to love our neighbor. If we were to do those simple things, how easy would our lives be? But we know the power of sin, the effects of human weakness, and all those challenges that we face that make observing the Ten Commandments sometimes a challenge for us each and every day. This season of Lent is an opportunity for us to reflect again on our own commitment to the Lord, our own faithfulness to those commandments, but most especially to remember God's faithfulness to us. That God will never leave us abandoned, that God will never leave us on our own, but will give us the grace that we need so that we might be faithful to following not only those 10 commandments, but maybe more deeply and simply those 2 great ones that Jesus reminds us, to love God and to love neighbor. As we enter into the heart of this Lenten season, it is an opportunity for us to renew our commitments, to examine our faith, and to examine our own conscience and conduct in light of these 10 commandments before us, so that when we come to the Lord's temple, when we come to worship, we might indeed enter into God's presence, engaged in acts of prayer, praise and thanksgiving, and care and concern in service of our neighbor. In so doing, we will be faithful not to the drama of Hollywood, but to the great commandments of our God. And in so being faithful, we too may have the rewards and inherit the promises of everlasting life.